Michael, thanks so much for joining us today. We mentioned earlier that you've been called Walmart's secret weapon. Your specialty is speedy delivery. What kind of demand are you seeing this holiday season?
Hey, thanks so much for having me on, Julia. And it's really interesting. I think what we have to take away for this holiday shopping season is a prolonged increase. So Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales actually kicked off around 2 weeks ago. So we've been up daily around 25–30% over what we would see in October for the past 2 weeks as we led into this Black Friday season. Now, when we look at leading into Black Friday, we're around 62% up for the month of November versus October. This time last year, leading into Black Friday, we were only around 17% up. However, the day of increase that we're expecting for Black Friday and Cyber Monday, we don't think is going to be as large as what we saw last year. So a much more prolonged increase. It's great news for companies like ours. That means that we are delivering the volume in a much more consistent manner over November and into December.
Michael, I've read a lot about how there's so much demand for online shipping this year, so much demand for rush delivery, that there's actually not enough supply of people to deliver things quickly. Should we be concerned about delays? Are you seeing any issues with having enough people to do these fast deliveries?
Yeah, I mean, you have two components, right? You have extraordinarily high volumes coming in online. Online as a percentage of total retail sales entered the year around 12%. At the summer, we were at around 16%. We may be in 18–19% as we exit the year. So you have extraordinarily high volumes, and that is coupled with, like you mentioned, you have labor shortages at the warehouse and the carrier level. However, you are going to see these delays, but this is why you're seeing these types of Black Friday trends with sales starting around 2 weeks ago, and they're going to continue into the holiday season. And so by delivering this volume over a very consistent period, that's going to give merchants or give supply chains like ours an opportunity to deliver these millions of packages on people's doorsteps in time for the holidays.
Michael, I'm just curious about your business model. What's your relationship with the warehouses where you're storing? Are you partnering with them? You're not owning them or the employees in them, are you?
Correct. So it's an asset-light model, very similar to like an Uber-like model. So they treat us like a very large retailer, like a Nordstrom or Macy's that comes in with very clear software and operational requirements. And so, we'll be a sizable portion of their business. But I wouldn't say it's a very hands-off approach. We're on the ground with our warehouses. We're talking to them daily. Right now, we're talking to them on an hourly basis, and same on the carrier side as we try to orchestrate these orders. To land millions of packages on people's doorsteps every day and do it on time every time, you need to do 1,000 little things right. And so that requires our operations team working very closely with our warehouses and carriers to ensure that we're able to do this effectively.
And just a question, your goal is to enable free shipping for these merchants. There's so much demand for these services, but is that putting pressure on your margins? I mean, how can you be profitable while doing that?
Yeah, and so there's a term that we have internally at Deliverr, and it's called mileage per unit. So you're looking at how far items travel to get to the end user. And so now, over half the country lives within 100 miles of a Deliverr partnered location. And by traveling such small distances, we're able to deliver free next day delivery to a wide portion of the United States at essentially the same cost than what it would take most retailers. And so, what makes the Deliverr model work is our intelligent positioning. So being able to position inventory very close to buyers, and we do that leveraging machine learning algorithms that predict for a certain zip code. We have an idea around what they're going to buy when, as we look at day of week, different weeks in the year, and of course, the different seasons.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.